Don't scare my babies. You don't scare them. They're not fearful of nothing.
Mshindi. Zoe. Zoe. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. I know it.
chip shop? In your car? In like 2 minutes. Oh, yeah. It's going to be 4:30? Oh, we're in good time then. Wait, wow, you're sitting right there on the log. Ooh. He knows what's up. Yeah, he must enjoy that scene.
It's a good spot, right by the water and in the sea.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He said city chunks.
Yeah, they look at us and they go, what are those dum-dums doing over there?
Yeah.
And a bunch of them are already waiting. When we get started, the keepers will come along the back gray wall there and they'll be tossing food down to them, so they're already kind of anticipating what time it is.
Oh, okay, so they know. Oh, that's why they're sitting over there.
Yep, they know what time it is.
Oh, look how she's
They're
smacking.
very smart.
They can tell time.
Oh.
It's like their internal clock. You know how like you might eat lunch at the same time every day, so you're going to naturally start getting hungry around that time?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with them.
Oh.
Would it be a better view from over here?
Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to your Chimpanzee Chim Chat. That is the lunch bell for our chimps, and here's some exciting noises coming forward. Right, that's them all communicating to each other. Hey guys, come on over. It is lunchtime. Very good. Those vocalizations, those noises you're hearing, is how they communicate. And they are very excited for lunch today, as am I. Very good. If you're just joining us, this is our group or our troop.
Ain't no way.
That's what we call a grouping of chimps. Of chimpanzees. We do have 14 individuals in our grouping here. If you're looking at our habitat, you'll notice along that back gray wall up top there, we have one of our zookeeper friends that takes such good care of our chimpanzees. She's going to be tossing down some additional fruits and vegetables for our troop today. They did already have a scattering of kind of veggies and fruits from this morning, and there still looks like there's some remaining. I'm seeing some bell peppers, some lettuce. But we always give them additional food at this 12:30 time, and they know exactly what time it is. Their internal clock is kind of regulated to know that this is additional food time, which is very exciting. Very food motivated, as am I. This is our group of chimpanzees. Like I said, 14 individuals. We have 8 females and 6 males. So we do have a mixed group of boys and girls. Very good. And our age ranges right now go from our youngest being about 10 years old and our oldest being 41 years old. So from 10 to 41. Very good. Again, like I said, this is kind of lunchtime. However, in the wild, they wouldn't necessarily eat 3 planned meals like we do necessarily. They're going to kind of be grazing and foraging for things throughout the day. Chimpanzees are what we call omnivores. That doesn't mean that they eat plant material, and they do also eat meat material. However, the primary part of their diet is that more vegetation side. Sometimes they communicate like we do too when they're not feeling like they want to be social with other chimps. They might tell other chimps, hey, I don't really like that. Maybe it's back off a little bit. But they are omnivores, like we were saying. So primarily vegetation. Even in the wild, they're going to mostly eat different leafy greens and fruits and vegetables. That is the primary part of their diet, but they do eat some meat material, including small insects, could be eggs and birds, but even some small primates and stuff would be in their diet. But that's more of an occasional and not a regular staple in their diet. So here it looks like they're eating an assortment of fruits and veggies today. Really fun because just like us, they have hands and fingers, if you notice. Not a lot of animals like giraffes or zebras have hands or fingers like we do. But when they get fed corn on the cob, they get it in the husk. They'll peel the husk just like we will, and they'll eat the corn on the cob a lot like we will. Chimpanzees are one of our closest living relatives. They share about 98% of our DNA, so the stuff that makes us up on the inside. They're basically like our your cousins. But I have some pretty hairy cousins, hard to tell. Very good. So yeah, they're a lot like us. Yeah, if we're talking about big emotions, chimpanzees show a lot of different emotions like humans do. Think of it, we have the emotional complexity to show the nuances of when we're feeling annoyed or irritated or tired. So then also when we're feeling happy or elated, chimpanzees have a lot of safe ranges of emotions as well. And that's physically too. Again, they have hands and fingers. They have an opposable thumb. And that really has a lot of good advantages in the wild. One being for eating, like we were kind of talking about. But it helps them be good tool users and manipulators of objects. So they can use sticks and other things to manipulate their world and help them use tools. Very good. I also say, they do kind of look like us. Their ears also look a lot more similar to ours than, let's say, an elephant or a giraffe or a dog or a cat. They do have these kind of outward lobes of ears like we do. Very good. Lots of good observations. Their bodies are a little bit more shorter than most of us are, though. And their arms tend to be a lot longer in the front, and their back legs are a little bit shorter. What that might be good for is how they walk. We're not seeing anyone being mobile right now, but when you see them kind of move throughout their habitat, you'll notice that they don't go on 2 feet like we do ideally. They will go on their, here we've got some movement happening here. They use their front hands and knuckles to go along on the ground, including their back feet. So that's called knuckle walking. I would suggest if we're on carpet later tonight to see if you can knuckle walk as well. Maybe not on the concrete, might be a little too hard for us. But they've adapted to use their front hands to kind of maneuver through their habitat. Very good. They can walk on 2 feet for short amounts of time. Sometimes you'll see, especially the alpha chimpanzee, the alpha male, if he's trying to assert his dominance on the group, he might get up on his back 2 feet and swing his arms back from side to side to kind of calm the group down. Usually just for a few steps or so. Generally, they're going to do that in knuckle walking. Sometimes you'll notice too that keeps the palms of their hands nice and safe. Because like us, our palms are a little bit more sensitive than the backs of our hands. So it's also fairly intelligent for them to use the backs of their hands so that they don't hurt the palms and the more sensitive parts. We can also carry things in our mouth as a way to take our snacks to go. Very good. This is a good, nice, relaxing time, just like us. When we're eating our food and make it feel a little bit more peaceful, you might sit next to some of your friends or your family members. Very good. We were just talking about having alpha chimp in the group, and that brings me to bring up that we have a hierarchy when it comes to chimpanzees. So we live in really big groups when it comes to chimps. We do have 14 here, but in the wild, it's only 50 or more members in one family unit. So one really big social group. And think of it like a pyramid, where at the top is always an alpha male. It is unfortunately always a male. There is no alpha female. However, the male in our group that's been alpha for a long time, his name is Glenn. If I see him, I'll try to pick him out. But you might notice him from his most notable feature is his gray and silver little goatee beard got going on. He's very handsome. Glenn is a really peaceful and docile leader, which is really great for our group. Because it's not necessarily true that the oldest, biggest, or strongest chimp becomes alpha. He's kind of the most well-liked. So for our particular group of chimpanzees, I think they kind of like that he's a more docile alpha. He doesn't really have to assert his dominance too much and not very violent. So it's really nice when we have a nice, peaceful, calm leader, and the rest of our kids like that too. But alpha can change at any time too. It's not necessarily that they rule for a certain amount of time. So it's going to be whenever kind of those younger boys kind of get the rest of the group on their side. So they're going to try to make alliances within the group. They're going to want the girls to think they're cute, and want the boys to think that they're nice, big, strong, handsome chimps. If we're trying to tell the general age of a chimpanzee, this is a good opportunity. We're looking at the skin tone of a chimpanzee. So this boy coming towards us is one of our younger ones. If you notice his pigmentation of his skin is a little bit more peachy tone. When a baby chimpanzee is born, they are like a peach color. They're more like a rosy, fleshy tone. And as they age, their pigmentation gets richer and darker. It becomes a darker pigmentation as they age. So the little boy that came through, he was one of our 10-year-olds. And then we can see the skin tone of some of these girls coming towards us is a little bit darker and richer. So we can tell, generally, you can't tell the exact age, but you can tell if it's a juvenile or a full-grown adult, usually by the pigmentation of the skin. Very good. Taking more snacks to go today. At this point, I'm going to keep chatting about chimpanzees, but if anyone has any questions, you can start raising your hands and I can come around and answer individual questions if you also are thinking about anything. One of my favorite things to go over when we're here is if you leave with nothing else, we're gonna learn this together today. People very sweetly will come by the chimpanzee habitat and go, oh, look at the monkeys, how cute are these monkeys? But guess what? This is a monkey. You go, yeah, of course that's a monkey, right? There's monkeys in books and children's stories growing up. So when we are talking about animals that look like this, the big umbrella term is primates. They are called a primate. And then under primates is monkeys, and there's apes. So the biggest difference is going to be size. They are a little bit bigger when they're an ape. But they're missing one body part that a monkey would have that these guys don't. I'm going to give you a little motion. You're going to yell it out. I think I heard one more time. Let's find behind there and move. Come on. There you go. Thank you. Such a quiet audience today. A tail. So if we notice, these guys are large primates that don't have a tail. Very good. So that's how you'll be able to tell the difference between an ape and a monkey. You will see some monkeys today are going to be a little bit smaller and will have a long swinging tail. But these guys, however, are apes. They're larger primates that don't have that tail. It's the easiest way to know. You can correct all your friends. So there are 4 different types of great apes in the world. We do have 3 out of the 4 here at the zoo. We have chimpanzees, orangutans, gorillas, and then number 4 is bonobos, which you can find in San Diego. Very good. So these guys are our closest living relatives. We are part of the great ape family here. Are there any more questions? You guys are so nice and quiet today. Again, we have a pretty mixed group of individuals and personalities for sure too. I know our alpha thing is nice and peaceful and docile, but we've got some pretty sassy females. Vindy's one of my favorites. She definitely shows her personality a lot to the boys. Regina is our oldest female, being 41, and she's kind of like the loving grandmother. She kind of looks over everyone to make sure everyone kind of falls in line as well. And then our 2 10-year-old boys are kind of trying to prove themselves within the hierarchy at the moment. They're trying to gain alliances with the older members of the group. They're basically like 16-year-old human boys. If you think like a 16-year-old boy always trying to like arm wrestle and like race people, like, I bet you I can get there quicker than you can. That's basically our 2 10-year-old boys right now. They're trying to prove themselves how big, tough, and strong they can be. Very good, my friend. Well, I'm going to hang out for a little bit longer if anyone wants to talk one-on-one or ask me more additional questions, but the chicks are probably going to be pretty quiet for the rest of the afternoon.
Mira, ahí viene uno con un chile.
Chile, cae.
¿Qué escucha ahí arriba?
Está prestando atención, aunque le van a dar de comer otra vez para venir.
Золото видно. Золото тут. That one's kind of big over there.
That's cool, huh? Let's go upstairs.
It is far up, but I said we really have to find out. She wants to do South America, you know, but South America, I don't like doing the ocelot because it's just so hard to see. The jaguars even hard to see.
Oh, Gracie's up here.
I don't know them from
Okay.
Gracie's the one in the front.
This longer, leaner one in the back.
Okay.
She's kind of got the like toned arms.
Pepper.
Oh yeah. I wasn't looking at her face. Who are you?
Clearly Zoe's not out.
Yeah, Zoe was in the front. I saw her earlier.
I don't know if all the other exclusives are that or just ones that have all the shares. I know that this one buys exclusives.
Most school districts do. They maybe not. Or I mean, I grew up on the East Coast, so I don't. We used to have off for those holidays, but
We didn't. I remember my parents used to pull us out of school.
oh really?
Yeah, they didn't have that back in the 70s.
Oh, that's annoying.
But we grew up by LAX, Washington.
Okay.
And it wasn't a big deal.
I know, but no.
Kids were like, yeah, I took me out of school. I was the opposite. We felt weird because you were the only ones out of school. Just,
Oh, that's funny.
yeah, times have changed. My brain.
This weekend's supposed to be cooler.
Yes, very. I think I want to say 70, which is crazy.
Mine says 76 and cloudy both Saturday and Sunday. Cloudy and 76. That's gorgeous. Oh, that would feel so good.
Wow. And then I'll hook up again next month. I don't know.
So I know it's not the end yet, but I just need a little relief here and there.
Did you see the baby yet?
Oh yeah, a little bit. You know the Vindi.
Yeah, they're both there.
Vindi hold a baby.
Yeah.
And yeah, Yoshi, right?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, here she's got the baby, and there goes the keeper. Not that I heard of. But you may want to. Are you going to go over there today, or did you already go over there today?
Yeah, I already go over there.
Yeah.
Semanas.
Lost Coast.
Yeah.
Hi guys, we have a baby.